Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm so glad to be here again with you. In the previous videos, we talked about some types of functions, but we haven't mentioned piecewise functions. This is because this topic deserves a video for its own. A function can be defined in different pieces, and we say that the function behaves differently depending on the independent variable value. For example, let's say that we have a function f of x and we know that the independent variable is x. So we define this function with three other functions. So when x is less or equal than a, we are going to use function 1, f1 of x. When x is between a and b, we are going to use the function number 2. And when x is bigger or equal than b, we are going to use the function number 3, f3 of x. Do you remember the absolute value function studied in our video called How to Graph Any Function? Well, this is a piecewise function, as you can remember, but well, now you know the name. And we can write it as follows. In this case, we know that we are going to use the function x when x is bigger than 0. We are going to use the function 0 when x is equal to 0. And we are going to use the function minus x when x is less than 0. And if we plot it, we can see what this means. This is a piecewise function. One more example is the step or staircase function. This is a function composed of a set of equally spaced lines or jumps of equal length, such that in a finite interval, in this case x1 to x4, has a finite number of discontinuities, which we call x0, x1, x2 to xn, being n the number of discontinuities. If we graph this staircase function, we are going to have some steps in our coordinate axis. Let's see how can we apply this staircase function to real life. Have you ever been to a buffet restaurant where you can also order food separately without ordering the whole buffet? Let's imagine that we are at a pizza restaurant with an eat-all-you-can sign outside, and you are there with your friends. If you are like me, you are going to ask yourself if it is worth it to pay the buffet. That costs $12, and one slice of pizza costs $4. Now, if you eat 2 slices, you are going to pay $8. But if you know that at least you are going to eat 3 slices, you better pay the buffet, right? That is an example of a piecewise function. Let's write this in mathematical terms. P of S, being P the price and S the number of slices, is going to be 4 when you eat a slice or some bites of that slice. $8 if you eat 2 slices, or 1.5 or 1 bite, or almost 2 slices. And you will pay $12 if you eat more than 2 slices. We can also represent these prices with a graph. And instead of graphing x versus y, we are going to graph slices versus price. So, when s is less or equal than 1, we are going to pay 4. When we eat between 1 and 2 slices, we are going to pay 8, but if we eat more than 2 slices, we are going to pay 12. Let's see one more example. We are going to graph the function of x that takes the value of x plus 5 cubed when x is less than 0, and minus x squared when x is bigger than 0. From our previous video, How to Graph Any Function, you already know how to graph a function. So in this case, let's graph x plus 5 cubed from minus 5 to 0 and minus x squared from x equal to 0 to 5. And this is the graph we obtained. At the beginning of this video, you saw Batman! This is a graph of a piecewise function. Can you tell how many pieces does this function has? Write the answer in the comments below and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Now I'm going to order some pizza or something.